What's up, my piano friends? Zach Evans here. Today I'm going to teach you the top 4 exercises for piano beginners. Your own piano technique workout plan. 4 simple yet powerful exercises to develop your finger strength, flow, control, and effortlessness on the keys. If you have any of these issues, sloppy choppy tone, hand independence issues, weak and feeble playing, or if it just seems like my hands don't want to cooperate, these exercises will just take care of these once and for all and give you that beautiful, smooth, effortless confidence on the keys to develop the muscle memory to play the songs you love and surprise your friends and family with your beautiful playing, maybe even bring a tear to their eye. Section 1, I'm going to teach you exactly which notes to play. Section 2 is important. I'm going to teach you the proper movement patterns so you don't drill in bad habits that are an absolute nightmare to correct in the future. And section 3 is the fun part. Simple tricks to learn these easier and faster using the science of how our brains work to work smarter, not harder. And people who use these strategies learn an average of 4 to 10 times faster than those who don't. I've literally taught this to adult beginners all over the world and even gave a TED Talk on it. So if you're struggling on piano, you're in the right place. All right, let's get started. So step 1 is learning the notes. Now this exercise works on the principle of hitting every 2-note finger combination. So basically, if we label our fingers 1 through 5, with our 1 being thumb and our 5 being pinky, if we start from finger 1, which is your thumb, there are only 4 options we have, right? We can go from 1 to 2, we can go from 1 to 3, we can go from 1 to 4, or 1 to 5. Right, there's literally no other options I can play from here. And same thing if we start on finger 2, right? We have 4 options. We can go 2 to 1, we can go 2 to 3, we can go 2 to 4, or we can go 2 to 5. That's the only place we can go from finger 2. Same with finger number 3, right? 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 5. And the exact same principle applies to fingers number 4 and 5. So, as you can see, there's only a total of 20 possible finger combinations in all of music. And if you can get all these 2-note combinations sounding smooth and strong and powerful with good technique, you can play any finger combination out there. So, for example, let's say you have a song that goes, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1. Maybe it's a melody like something like that, right? Well, guess what? This is just a combination of 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 5, 5, 1. 1, 2, 3, 5, 1. So if you have all these 2-note combinations sounding good with the finger gauntlet exercise, all you have to do is essentially put them together and you already have the muscle memory drilled in for the song that you're working on. So here's how you actually do the finger gauntlet exercise. So first we start with our thumb and we play through all the first finger combinations. So 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5. Then we do the same thing. We work the second finger combination. So 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5. Then we take the third finger combinations. So 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 5. And then the fourth finger. 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 5. And then the fifth finger. 5, 1, 5, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4. And that's it. Takes about a minute. Remember, there's a downloadable cheat sheet with all the notes and everything you're going to need from this lesson. So that way, right now, you can just focus 100% of your attention on the video. So once we do this, hopefully you guys can see how this is the only exercise you need for finger strength and independence, because we're literally hitting every single finger combination. Now, most technique books like, Hanon and stuff, they'll give you like 20 different exercises that accomplish the exact same thing that we accomplished with this one exercise. So the finger gauntlet, as you can see, it's a great kind of bang for your buck exercise. You're gonna reap a lot of rewards just from learning this one exercise. Now, that was step 1, the notes. On to step number 2. This is a step most videos will not teach you the movement pattern. Now make sure, please pay attention to this part. This is the most important step because you don't want to drill in bad habits here. And the key to this, the key is to stop focusing on the notes and start focusing on the movement pattern. So check this out. It's simple body mechanics, really. If you take a look at your hand, you'll notice your fingers are all different sizes, right? Your thumb and your pinky are significantly shorter than your middle three fingers. So if we line up our hand on the keyboard, and if we use a straight wrist, right, which is bad technique, and we'll talk about that later, you'll notice your second, third, and fourth fingers are nice and curved, right? They have this nice, strong, curved position. But your pinky, if you curve it, it's gonna fall off the edge of the keys. You won't be able to play the keys. So you literally have to have a flat pinky just to reach the notes. And guess what? A flat pinky is never gonna be strong, and it's never gonna be powerful. It's never gonna sound good. But check this out. All we have to do to fix this simple issue is rotate our wrist down and to the outside whenever we play our pinky. And now look at my pinky. Right? It's nice and curved, as this nice, strong, curved motion. And all I did was rotate my wrist down and out. So here's the basic rule. Anytime you're playing toward your pinky, you move your wrist down and out. And anytime you play toward your thumb, you move your wrist up and in, like this. And hopefully you can actually hear how strong and even the playing is through my fingers. Now, if you look at it, you know, if I try to play with a straight wrist, it's gonna get weaker as it goes up. If I use the wrist motion, you can say it's almost like I'm playing the notes with my wrist and I'm just catching the notes with my fingers. And that way, you're playing all the notes with one motion with your wrist, which makes it sound nice and smooth, instead of playing individual notes with each finger, which is gonna make it sound choppy and sloppy. And this is actually one of the keys to building in flow and getting that smooth sound. Like, you know when you hear a piano player and they just seem to have the ability to make the piano just sing? This is the technique that's allowing them to do that. All right, so in order to drill in this over-under technique into your muscle memory, what you want to do is every time you're running a finger gauntlet exercise, make sure you're focusing on using the over-under wrist motion. All right, so let's take just the first finger combinations for now to make it simple. So 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5. All right, so when we go 1 to 2, guess what? We're moving toward our pinky, right? 1 to 2. So we rotate our wrist down and out. That's the rule, right? So 1, 2. And now we go back to 1. So we're going to rotate our wrist up and in to go back to 1. And then we go to 3. So down and out because it's toward our pinky. And then up and in back to 1. And then down and out to 4. Up and into 1. Down and out to 5. Up and into 1. So as you can see for this particular exercise, you're basically making these small little circles. So 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5. Now at first when you're practicing this exercise, you want to really exaggerate the motion and the circles you're using. So it should look like, you know, you're really exaggerating how far up and down you're going down. Because the more you exaggerate it, the more your brain can really put it into your muscle memory, and you're giving clear signals to your hands and to your fingers that this is how I want you to play. Now, as you get better and better, and as you start to speed this up, these circles will become smaller. Because you don't have time to do giant circles. And in reality, once you start playing actual songs, these circles will be very subtle, and you might kind of barely even notice that your wrists are making these circles, but at the beginning when you're training, you want to exaggerate this wrist motion. Once you get this motion down, once you drill it into your muscle memory, it starts to become second nature, and it'll start happening automatically when you play songs. You won't even have to think about it. All right, on to step 3, and you're absolutely going to love this part. This is everybody's favorite part, the accelerated learning technique to learn this drill absolutely faster. Basically just a fancy way of saying, hey, let's work smarter, not harder, and get the same result in a shorter amount of time. And today we're gonna focus on rhythmic variations, which is my personal favorite strategy for drilling in muscle memory, or what some people like to call finger memory. All right, so here's how it works. For now, we're just gonna focus on the first finger combinations to make it a little bit simpler for you guys. And we're gonna run the finger gauntlet through the 4 different rhythms. All right, so first we're gonna run the finger gauntlet through rhythm number 1, which is long, short, it sounds like this. Long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short. Next up, we're gonna run it through rhythm number 2, which is short, long, short, long sounds like this. Short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long. And then next we're going to use rhythm number 3, which is long, short, 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 sounds like this. Long, short, 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 long, short, short, short. And finally, we're going to use rhythm number 4, which is short, 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 long, sounds like this. And I promise you, if you run this exercise through these 4 rhythms, by the end of it, you're going to be amazed how much more you feel it in your fingers. And when you go back to normal, it's going to feel easy. It's going to feel like it's in your fingers. All right, so does that make sense? Are you starting to see how putting all these steps together is way more effective than just, repeating it over and over and banging your head against the wall trying to learn it? Let me know in the comments if this is really kind of opening your eyes to what's possible on you for piano once you have the correct tools to learn. At this point, a lot of people start thinking, Zach, why don't I just practice the finger gauntlet? Like you said, it has every single finger combination. I don't need the rest of the stinking exercises. And please do not make this mistake. Do not fall into this trap. Okay, remember, these exercises are designed to work together in a system. For example, if you're not practicing the relaxation exercise, you'll end up just drilling in the finger gauntlet with a bunch of tension, and it's actually gonna hurt you down the road. And there are other things like crossovers that we have to drill in with the finger control exercise. So remember, these all fit together in a plan. And so the rest of the plan I'm gonna put in 4 separate videos, because if you wanna learn piano the right way, for each of these exercises, you need to learn the notes, the form and the motion, and the accelerated learning techniques. Now, most YouTube videos out there, they just give you the notes and they're like, good luck, bucko. And all these students, they form these bad habits that absolutely kill their technique down the road because nobody taught them how to play with proper technique. So I need to give you everything you need to be successful, but that's gonna be a super long video if I put it all here. So I'm gonna put a link right here, click the link, enter your name and email, hit submit, and you'll go to this page with the intro video here and the other 4 videos here. And I'll be releasing one of those every couple days. You can also click this link to get the cheat sheet for not only this video, but it also has stuff for the other videos in this series. All right, so click the link. I'll see you there, and I'm excited for you to start your piano journey toward beautiful, effortless piano playing.